Whereas like for an open mic, you can metaphorically throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, versus a G.G. Allin show where you throw shit at the wall and people are even more excited about that. Hey everybody, it's me, Brendan Kennedy, talking to you guys on my YouTube channel, the BK Stank. Just hanging out, doing one of these vlog things because it's been a little while and I haven't really written anything, but just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on. Having some whiskey because it's Sunday and hopefully that doesn't negatively impact what we're doing up here, but let's see what's going on. I did my first open mic again. So recently I've been wanting to get back into stand-up, and of course I've been writing new shit as every comic should, but I didn't want to like try to get on anything like paid where I would actually be, given money to do stand-up and not actually have done stand-up in months. So I figured I would do, kind of like an easy win and make sure that like nothing would burst into flames again. So I called up my friend Isaac Fields. He's another comedian here in the Hampton Roads area. And he was doing an open mic and I asked him if I could get on and he gave me a spot. So I'll say again, like when you do comedy at comedy clubs, especially if it's a paid work, there's this expectation that like you will go there, you will do your time, you will be funny, and yeah, you're going to do like a responsible, yeah, you're not going to do a show with drinking and driving like you do for a YouTube video. But there's this sense that you're getting paid and you're going to be fucking funny. You're going to give them the paid show. Whereas like for an open mic, you can metaphorically throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, versus a G.G. Allin show where you throw shit at the wall and people are even more excited about that. It was fucking weird getting back on stage because for the past year and a half, literally, I've not been getting on stage at all. And then all of a sudden to be in front of a room full of expectant eyes, there's this like feeling where you're like, fuck, am I gonna be able to do this? Are they gonna start yelling at me? Are people gonna get out of the fucking crowd with pitchforks and torches and, well, not torches, because I think that's kind of like a racist thing lately, but are they gonna get out there with torches and pitchforks and come after me? And so I got up there, and the thing that like fucked with me the most was there were actually hecklers at the show. That's my luck. Like I don't do shows for what, year and a half, and then I finally get back on the stage and there's two drunk assholes who think that it's their opportunity to shout shit from the audience and make the show better. They didn't. It made everything worse. So basically, if you're watching this and you do stand up, you understand what hecklers are. So chances are, if you're just a normal person, you're a civilian, you don't understand what hecklers do to stand up. Basically, I'll say it like this. The whole thing about stand-up is that like it looks improvised. It looks like somebody was just like, I've had an hour's worth of deep thoughts and I'm going to repeat them all right now. When you watch a stand-up special, yeah, you want it to look kind of like something they're thinking of in the moment. You don't want it to look like they're reading from some giant tome like, yes, and then on the third day, I thought that men and women were different. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want it to look kind of like fun and in the moment. And for the audience, there's this like feeling of like, oh, well, if they're just going up and talking shit, I'll do what I do with my friends at work and I'll jump in and throw some of my jokes. And nobody wants that. There's never been a stand-up show where tickets were sold for people to hear the audience. Audiences are very dumb sometimes. And so, yeah. If you come to a stand-up show, we want you to, have drinks, order appetizers. Before the show starts, talk with the people at your table, have fun, get excited. And then once the show starts, if if you're an audience member, your responsibility is to just sit there quietly, having a good time. A lot of comics will do what's called crowd work. And if somebody says, hey, you sir, what do you do for a living? That means, yeah, it's your time to talk. Don't talk too much, but that's your time to speak up. Otherwise, just sit back and let your laughter be the feedback for the comedian. If you don't think that comedian is funny, just sit there. And when the comedian hits a punchline and he hits absolute silence, that is his feedback that every decision he made leading to that point was wrong. That is his educational moment. That's his teachable moment where he goes, ah, shit, I gotta write better material or perform it better. What doesn't help is some dickhead who's had 8 shots of Fireball and a plate of nachos and 2 beers going, you suck! Because then, if he does in fact suck, he's just gonna pretend that, oh, it's not really me who sucks, it's the dickhead in the audience. So, if you really love stand-up, don't heckle. Don't be a dick. And so, when these guys started heckling, I kind of like was a little bit rusty, so I wasn't used to doing my material, but in addition to that, I also wasn't used to like dealing with hecklers, because it's a skill. So I'll tell you what, like even one of my favorite comedians, Tom Segura, has talked about this. When you're in front of a crowd and somebody starts heckling you, you have to shut them down, but you still have to be likable. And so if you're just bringing all this like, piss and vinegar and hatred and vitriol, then you're gonna seem like a dick, and the audience is gonna turn against you. And so what you have to do is figure out like, A, do you want to engage? B, do you want to just talk over them until they shut the fuck up? Or do you want to go ahead and just grab this bull by the horns and fucking address this up front? So you have to give it a lot of thought. Me, having not done stand-up for a year and a half, when somebody actually started talking over me or trying to get another joke in while I was trying to set up a better punchline, I fucking got angry. And it was the weirdest thing. Like, most of the time I'm like, ha ha, funny guy. But I've never really been like the angry comic. I'm not like the Lewis Black type who's gonna go fucking, ah! That's not me. I'm a drunk, sweaty, sweet boy. I just deserve love and booze and affection. I started getting a little angry. Because like from the comedian's perspective, I'm laying the groundwork. I'm laying the tracks for this train to go to a punchline. And every time you heckle, it's like that train is kind of going off the tracks, and I kind of have to do more work just to get it to where I want to go. So I kind of realized what I was doing, and I got the audience back on my side, and I managed to have a pretty good set. So was it the best set I ever had? No. And honestly, if you're at an open mic and you're talking about how like, oh man, I slayed, I destroyed, yo, I did my set, and then there was a crater left in the ground, and they had to bring in a whole maintenance crew to rebuild the stage. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you didn't. You did okay at best. You're at an open mic, okay? Like when you're doing like, maybe you're doing 30 minutes, you're actually getting paid for what you're doing. Yeah, maybe you can destroy, but are you really destroying? So. The other thing I learned is like, yeah, so I did old shit because I wanted to go in, and I didn't want to go up there and, hit these guys with some new shit. They haven't seen old BK Stank in a year and a half. I didn't want to go out there and just eat shit on weird ideas I've had, because to be honest, like, the last year and a half has been fucking weird, okay? I worked from home at a job that I don't know how I'm not getting fired from. I am also watching my child while I'm doing this shit. I don't know how other human beings think anymore, okay? The stuff I think about is really weird. So I need to kind of get resettled with humanity before I really try to do some, before I'm funny again. So this is immersion therapy for me. So basically, yeah, I need to figure out how to human again. So once I'm a little bit more acclimated to society, not institutionalized so much, I'm gonna try to do some more new and wild shit. So, and hopefully, yeah, that experience going back into the community and talking to other human beings, hopefully that'll end up with better YouTube content too. I know I've been kind of slacking on that. So yeah, maybe we need to make whiskey a bigger part of this. If you like me getting drunk, leave this in the comments below. All right, so this is the end of this video. This is the end of, what do you want to call this? Fireside chat sounds nice. Just you and old BK Stank sitting by the fire, just talking about our feelings. But, you know, more me oversharing and you kind of feeling uncomfortable as I talk about my childhood. All right, guys, that's this. The whiskey is kicking in. That's what we're here for. So I'm going to go ahead and call this video done. If you guys like this video, please subscribe. Although that means nothing because the YouTube algorithm doesn't actually show people when I upload stuff. So if you like this video, come back to my YouTube channel over and over until you actually see the stuff that I'm uploading. If you don't like me, go be quiet. I don't care. I'm already drinking already. If you tell me you don't like me, what else am I going to do? You can look me up on social media. That is Bren Kennedy on Twitter and Instagram. Guys, thank you very much. I will see you next time. And this has been a lot of fun. And if you go to a comedy show, don't heckle.